Tan, Gokong how are you? The Bureau of Internal Revenue officials and employees, large taxpayers, officials, fellow workers in government, my beloved countrymen. In every event, the PMS, Presidential Management Staff, prepares a speech to dalawang minuto to, uwi na tayo. Problem is, I do not read my speeches because I do not know how. I tend to go out of the ambit or the topic of the day, and I usually, pati nagmumura ako. Kaya sabi nila, basahin mo na lang sa English, Mayor, kasi you tend to be emotional. I am not, actually. It's just my style of talking to people. I've been around for quite a time, and I do not give speeches. I just talk with the audience better, and I can communicate yung ano ang gusto ko. Kasi bago lang ako na presidente, and baka hindi niyo ako kilala talaga. Ako po'y probinsyano lang, at kasama ko noon sa aming kabataan si Carlos Dominguez III. Yun talaga siya, kaya naging finance kasi mahilig sa pera. Noong kindergarten pa kami, ang baon niya could buy itoron and i-barbecue. Ang amin, biskotso lang. So that how life was in the province. Was our consistent valedictorian. Kindergarten hanggang taas. But kaya nagkaroon ng hotel yung Marco Polo, pati maraming pera. Nadagdagan na ngayon pero hindi sa kanya. And I choose him because he's my childhood friend and I trust him. Doon nung second year ako sa napaalis ako sa eskwelahan, nagpaiwan sila. It took me 7 years to finish high school. Sila, they were already from sa labas. I was still struggling to finish high school. But I finished my law course on time. Dulay and Bellew were roommates in front of our room. Ang kasama ko si Yasay. Talayang si Yasay, magsalita, akala mo, oh, I'd like to talk to you, that we're going to. Ganon talaga. Even in his dreams when he's talking, I was talking about things that you can hardly discern what I thought about. And kaya sabi ko noong but he's bright. Anak ng pastor yan eh. Buti makilala niya how I stumbled onto them. Billy is from Baguio, Bebot is from Isabela. Bebot is a son of a judge. Ano kami yung cabinet ko almost probinsyano yan. Hindi niyo alam. Tugade is from Cagayan Valley. But he's bright. Valedictorian niya namin sa law school. Talagang bright. He's a billionaire ngayon. May pera talaga si Tugade. So, pinilit ko lang rin yan. Kasi ayaw niya magtrabaho. Malalaki siya anak niya. Sabi niya na turnover na niya. Sabi niya, pagod na ako. But he was the top honcho of Delgado Shipping when we were students. Yet. So, ibig sabihin na talagang nakapwesto na sa buhay. Halos lahat yan sila mga bright. Pernia is from UP, si Briones used to be National Treasurer. They're really brilliant people. Ako, would you believe it, I never got more than mga 79. Hindi ako umabot ng 80. Pero yan sila lahat. Very conscientious. Mga bright yan. And you can read whatever yung sinusulat namin. Pero yung sa awa naman ng Diyos, ako yung 75, 76, okay lang naman kasi nakatapos rin. Pero ang destiny talaga, sabi nga ni Philly, sometimes yung mga 95 pati valedictorian, nagtatrabaho lang sa 75. Ganun lang ang buhay. Wala akong, totoo yan, marami, kilala ninyo ako, marami kayo dito. And even the military, Manila, George. I have no outstanding achievements to present to you. Wala pagyabang na ano. All I have is a common sense. A strong one, maybe. A horse sense, maybe. Yun lang ang pagpatakbo ko. But I hold it as an article of faith. Nung na-mayor ako, na if I cannot improve the law and order of the city, there can never be any development or progress that can happen. And Billy used to work there sa Alcantara. Para lang magbarkada-barkada kami noon in Davao. And I told them that pipilitin ko to. We must have order and we must have peace. Otherwise, I would consider it a failure sa aking pagka-mayor. Though I coasted along for 23 years as mayor, then one term in Congress and one term nung panahon na si Inday, yung anak ko, ang naging mayor. Yung panahon binugbog niya yung sheriff. Bantay kayo na mayor na naman ngayon. So, yun ang alpha ng pamilya. Maldita talaga. So, wala akong ibang pinilit ko. Nandoon kami sa crossroads after the martial law. And I was appointed, I was a prosecutor. And I never wanted to be a politician. And I said that if you want to repay my mother for leading at least one of the leaders of the Yellow Friday, tatatlo na yan sila noon magmamarcha dyan sa Davao noon. 3, 4, 5. But sabi ko kung if she means anything to you at all, sabi kasi ng nanay ko ayaw niya. Sabi ko ako, from a prosecutor, judge na lang. Kasi ang income can release, I can send to my children to Manila to study. Pero kung sweldo lang ng prosecutor. So when I became OIC Vice Mayor, I was just saying that after this stint, you might want to place me in the judiciary. But would have wanted to join the Sandigan Bayan. But fate nga, I quarreled with the OIC mayor and found myself running against him. And I won. And I never lost an election since then until I became president. So, ganito yan. What I'm trying to relate to you is something konektado sa statement. And my mission dito. Wala akong, I'm not a valedictorian, I'm not an eloquent speaker. I am not faithful to my wife, that is why I have to. I drink even when the doctor says stop drinking because I have a bad case of Barrett. It's esophageal erosion. All the things that the doctor says, sa kabila ako. Kasi pagkatapos ng sumakit, punta ka naman sa kanya. Ngayon ang doktor baski nagalit, pero gagamutin ka. Nung na-mayor ako, started with the criminals. Ang problema kasi yung malala masyado. Because aside from the mga drug lords, everybody who wanted to be known as an anti-communist, yung Alsamasa, was handed a firearm freely. And in the barracks itself, mayroong lathe machine doon. They were producing paltik and giving it to everybody. And of course, it is quite successful kasi lumaban ang tao. They were really maybe dead tired of the abuses of the communists. And ako naman, on a higher level, magkaibigan kami because we share the same horizon. Maybe not in all points of socialism, but I was never a member of the Communist Party of the Philippines. But yung mga land reform, yung mga I was there all the time. And even as mayor, doon talaga ako sa mga tao. But I also saw to it na I do not antagonize capital. Medyo naglaro-laro lang ako. So yun, all those years, sinabi ko nang I lay down the rule, at totoo yan, huwag na natin taguin. Ay, magbubulaan pa tayo. Sabi ko sa mga kriminal, pati durugista, get out of my city because I will kill you. If you destroy the youth of my city, talagang papatayin kita. And that was the rule of the day. How many? Mga dalawa lang. Kinig yung mga human rights, baka isa lang. Tanong na lang kayo doon sa Davao kung ilan. So when I became president, ang aking mindset or paradigm maybe of running a city afflicted with drugs, hanggang doon lang sa standard ko sa Davao. But when I became president, I already had the access of all information. Lumabas sa akin like a can of worms. Hundreds or thousands. And that is what you saw before on TV. People, ang mukha parang Walking Dead, zombies, lining up, surrendering by the thousands. So I was really horrified. And the only thing that I could really react to was, ganito, stop it, or I will kill you. Do not do drugs and destroy the youth. Umabot na ng 4 million eh. So if it's 4 million, you are creating a sector of slaves in my country. They are addicted to a chemical to fatten the pockets of the drug lords. Edi mas mabuti pa yung binili mo sa Africa sa slave markets. Mapakinabangan mo pa, mapatrabaho mo. Itong mga to, 6 months to 1 year of constant use of shabu shrinks the brain of a person. How am I now? Paano ko? What will I do with this 4 million sick and insane? At kung hindi mo, patayin ko. Kasi kung hindi mo, they will go out again and commit so many heinous crimes. Just like dito sa Manila, hold up on the streets, and public alleys, and public utilities could no longer be used by the law-abiding citizens. Either dyan sa truck, hold upin, pagbabarilin, babae, lalaki, pati bata. Ay, kaya ako sabi ko hanggang 75 lang ako kasi ang utak ko pang gangster talaga eh. Sino bang bright na gangster? Puro ugok man niya. Hindi ito pwede. Ngayon, I said, kung hindi ito nakikinig itong mga tanginan to, hindi ko sinabi, I will order the police to kill you. Ako. So dito ka nakatutok sa akin. Kung maabotang kita, talagang papatayin kita. At kung sinabi ninyo nagawa ko, maraming beses na. Pero sabi, extra, galing na ako, na-late ako, pardon me, nag-AKG ako, not feeling well. Sabi ko, masakit man ang puso ko. Pagdating ni Dr. Del Rosario sa Cardinal Santos, dala-dala niya yung EKG niya. Sabi, wala man diferensya ang ano mo. Baka ano ka lang sa EKJ. Sakit mo. Extrajudicial. She was called in a snarl sa traffic. Kaya ito. Magbailan nga sana ako. Nag-chopper na lang ako. I was really like... So, first thing first. Disorder and crime must stop. I have 5 years, so many months to go. I will try. I will not say that I will succeed, but I will try. Talagang banggaan ito. I'm not saying that takutin ako ng mga human rights doon sa International Court of Justice. I can rot in here, in whatever prison you'd like me to be in. Wala akong pakialam. Ang taong kung ano ang destiny ko, then that is my destiny. You know, nobody dito sa kwarto na ito, do not be offended. Mabuti lang dito kung isa, dalawa bumoto sa akin. Kaya taas yung kamay, be, kasi lamanuhin kita. Wala nga akong isang barangay captain sa Manila. Doon sa rating na 43. Kaya ako naman, hindi ako do not ever, take it, embrace it totally, ang rating. Kaya maniwala niyo. Kasi ako, I never expected to win because sa rating. Sabi ko na wala akong pag-asa. But then because there was no candidate talking about Mindanao, I had to throw in my card. Kasi ito warning ko lang sa lahat. And I heard itong nag-frame ng 87 Constitution, they would never allow it to be amended because it's the best, the most humane, blah, blah, blah. Buti ka lang yan. Sabi niya, si ano pa, sabi niya, over my dead body. O di sige, over your dead body. Patuloy tayo. O may ano gusto ba? Dead body lang para. Maraming dead body dito. You know, if you do not give the Moro of Mindanao the very setup that they think could mean salvation for them. Kung wala iyang federal setup, you will never find peace in Mindanao. And so Mindanao cannot be fully developed because there is war and there is so many fronts. I am facing the drug front, the communist front, and the insurrection in Mindanao. Remember, mabuti kayo nagkita dito, and I'd like to thank you all for sharing this moment with us, an invitation. Para you learn, wag na yung taxes, magbayad lang kayo ng tama. This I can promise you. There will be no corruption. It behooves upon you to stop it. The first whip or suggestion na maghingi, murahin mo, sampalin mo, putang ina ka. Ako nagbabayad dito ng tama. Huwag mong majigin yan. Kaya baka mag-reassess uli, hindi ko na makuha yung pera mo. Kayong nagpaiwan sa BIR, no offense intended. Alam ko hindi kayo. Pero yung unang suggestion paghingi, you just have to be assertive, that is all. If you can assert against people in government, okay na tayo. Because in the airport, sinabi ko, huwag magbukas ng bag. If it is just 1, 2 piece of luggages. Huwag kami ilang beses na yan. Not only once, twice. Pag kami ang magpunta ng abroad, mga mayor, congressman, senador, paski ilang bag mo, isang train, bag ng luggage, bag. Lusot yan, may salot pa. Putang ina pagka yung mga OFW, kung anong pinaggagalaw ng tapos kukunan pa. Sabi ko, sampalin mo. You create a scene because it will come to my attention. Then I will call for the idiot and explain to me why. Anong nakita mo sa putang inang bag na yan. And that goes for everybody. Customs, lahat. At saka yung permit. Each department of government, NEDA, it takes them forever to process papers. I'm giving them 1 month. Exactly. Lahat. Lahat. Agriculture, defense. 1 month. The directors are given 15 days. And I want them to report the first in the office and the last to leave. I do not want papers not signed because the office head is not there and nobody is going to sign except himself. Cut the signing authority into 3-4. Wag na yan na maraming lamisa. From one desk to another, it travels forever. And you have to look for the idiot who will sign it. Usually niyan after lunch, nandoon na sa mall, nanood na ng sine, bakante yan. You do that and I will ask the civil service for a summary dismissal. Pati mga polis. Kaya yung polis pinare-training ni Bato, I countermanded this offer. Gusto ko sila mag-report, putang ina nyo dyan sa Malacanang. Dyan sa tinutulugan ko, maglinya kayo. Bukas, sabi ko. Hintay kayo dyan. Huwag kayong pumasok dyan sa bahay ko. Dyan kayo sa labas. Tang ina ninyo. Bitsi. Gusto ko maglinis sila ng Pasig River. Maraming... Total, bayad ba sila? Different kind of work. Yan namin sabihin ko magpulis ka, putang ina mo, magkukurap pa na lang dyan. Hingi dito, hingi doon. Manghold up pa, pinapatay pa. Hindi lang man yan, that's not the first time actually. But in fairness also to the Philippine government and for the information of the South Korean government. Just an information. I do not want a quarrel with your country. We're the best of friends. Maraming Pilipino dyan sa inyo, and in Davao City, there are a lot of Korean students. Pero in Cebu, malakas ang negosyo ng hawak ng Koreano. Drugs, prostitution, sila yung mafia dyan sa Cebu. Doon sa Davao, walang Koreano. Alam mo bakit? Magtanong na lang kayo dyan sa... Ayaw ko, may nahiya ako. Sabihin. So dito tayo ngayon sa... Basta kung ano yung binayad ninyo, accurate and correct on-time collection and the spending will be there for you to see. If you want the expenses of the day for any department or program of works, right after the news, I will ask them to kung ano yung mga kontrata na binibid out. And yung mga, there's a lot of bidding in the coming months. Kayong mga walang equipments and wala kayong kapital, huwag na lang kayong sumali o magkorpo ka na lang ng ibang tao kasi ang gusto mo, ang papel lang eh. Ganon yan. Bidding, ikay sa'yo. Tapos subcontract. Kasi yung animal na nanalo, kumpare mo rin itong putang ina, pakain ko sa inyo talaga yung bidding. Tangin na. Huwag tayong mga talagang may ugali ako na hindi rin ninyo magustuhan. Naninipa talaga, naninipa talaga ang tao. Pag sinabi mo, paing kita. Kasi pagka gano'n, totoo yan. Don't ask any Davao nyo, may taga-Davao talaga dito. Pagka sabi kong yung correct lang, tama lang, look at Davao. Oh. Have you seen any local leader to hit 9% sa growth? Davao lang. Why? It's clean. Walang krimen. You can walk around. Lahat, everything, disiplinado yung tao. Mga moro ang Christian doon. Sabi ko nga, do not talk about religion, mga slur, yung baboy-baboy dyan. So, wala kaming bulo doon. Wala naman kaming away-away. We just behave. So, Davao was able to progress. I'm not extraordinarily or inordinately proud because Davao is really the product of the sweat and toil of the Davaoenos. So happen na ako lang ang na hindi ko matanggap yung basta kanya-kanya na lang kung sinong tigas dyan. Ito lang. Huwag kang magpatigas-tigas dyan. May gangster, si general, dito ang hawak, major, putang yan, general ka. Tumabi ka. Ang gwapo sa Davao, ako lang. Para walang gulo. Kasi kung if you compete with me, mas gwapo ako sa mayor, sino ba yung putang inang mayor na yan? Marinig ko yan, matouch mo ang pride ko. Kasi ang pagkaalam ko talaga, gwapo ako. Sabi ng nanay ko saan ako maniwala? Sa inyo o sa nanay ko? Gwapo ka manak. Oh. I grew up with that notion na gwapo ako. Tapos sabi ng tatay ko, tigas ka anak. Adi, tigas talaga ako. So huwag kang magpatigas-tigas dyan. Same here. Ngayon. Kulang. Lagnat ng extrajudicial killing. I accept full responsibility. If there's anybody who would go to prison, it will be me. As I have said, I'm willing to rot in jail for my country. I am a worker of government. I am not even an official. You'd never hear me address them officials. Oh, just say, we are all workers of government. And I work for the people. Period tayo dyan. Walang pakurnihan yan ng walang papaimportante. I do not impose my presence. I do not do things that would impress people na gano'n ako. So let us be clear on this. For the military and the police and everybody, ako yun. Akin yun. At kung sasabog, kung meron man, akin yan. And you can kill me if you want. But kung takutin mo lang ako, na presuhin mo ako, gano'n, you're wasting your time. Kulungin mo ako, I'm 72 years old. By the time that I'd be through with this term, 76, 77, tumantama lang, paghatid mo sa munting lupa, kinabukasan, patay na ako. Sabihin na, tingnan mo yung mga kolumnista. May isa pa diyang idyoto na pumunta daw ako ng, this guy, Tatad, he read the proclamation 1081. Hindi na nahiya ang gagong kapal ng muka niya. Then slowly he redeemed himself by writing, saying that I went to China. Ang totoo lo taga sabi, por Tatad ha, hindi sa inyo to. Totoo nagpunta ako ng China. Totoo nagpunta ako ng hospital. Nagpatuli ako. Sabihin mo sa kanya, nagpatuli ako ulit bumalik So yung ginamit, ako, sumali sa probinsya. Every summer magpila. Yung nandoon, mga 5th grade, mga ganon. 6 and above. 5, wala. Sumali ako doon. Yung pukpuk lang. Pagkatagal, bumalik. Kaya pumunta ako, tatad, sabihin mo, totoo yan. Pinaputol ko lang yung malinis. No dangling, ang ina mo. Ito, imagine staying with Marcos for so many years, tapos ngayon, parang sino kang santo magsalita. So, yan lang. Ngayon, sakit ko, sinong 72 dito? Huwag tayong magbulan. Si Billy ba, iniinom ng medisina yan? Ako meron, kayo. Pag 72 kayo, tapos wala kang iniinom, sigurado mamamatay ka na. That's management. Meron kami, so Barrett, lahat, Burgess, because of smoking. I have to take some medisina. Sino bang 72 dito sa buhay na ito na hindi nagkasakit? Balita ko nga, San Pedro noon, 35 lang, marami ng... So, yun na lang ang masabi ko sa lahat. Basta ako, walang korupsyon. At kayong talagang Filipino by heart, kaya yung pagkasalit, yung pag-articulate mo, Lance, talagang pupuntan. Correct collection and correct spending. Dito sa taas, wala kayong makita. Ako sabihin ko sa inyo, ito totohanan, magtanong kayo kay sino sa Malacanang. Walang kontrata sa gobyernong dumadating sa Malacanang. Only appointments. I do not accept for review any nandyan si Andrea, nandyan si George, PSCO. Magtanong ka sa kanila. Noon, dadaan ka sa Malacanang. Siyempre, the reason is obvious. I do not have to say it. Wala. Only appointments. At saka yung mga dokumento na, yung sa natin, international relations. I do not. Sabi mo, i-review ka na mag-okay ang president. Tanungin mo sila. Ako, basta ako, tiwala ako sa PAGCOR, may tiwala ako kay George. May trabaho tayong lahat. Just work. And I pray to God that magkaintindihan tayo. Basta ang akin, I just do it honestly. Total, matanda naman tayo. Baski bigyan tayo ng pera, hindi naman natin magastos yan. You cannot even travel because you'd hate the long haul. Hindi mo na kaya. So, kayong pagpunta sa Peru, Sus Maria Josep, sige, pagising ko, lipad, mulo ko, paglipad, putang ina, mas buti pa, mahulog na ito. Para, sabi mo, iikot ka ng ganon. I cannot yung sabi nila bakit ako nagpasya. Because we are the host of the next ASEAN Summit. And I have to go to the member countries to sound them off what they want for the agenda. That's why I had to go around early. I was not wasting money. I said, I do not want to travel. But I had to get the input so that we can prepare properly and maybe correctly kung anong pag-usapan natin pagdating nila. That was the reason. Pag sabihin mo na, I do not even, yung aeroplano ko nga, binigay ko na sa armed forces. Use it if there is trouble somewhere to ferry the wounded kaagad. I spent about $500 million sa kanilang asa ka makakita ng ospital dito na walang MRI. I was really horrified. So, yung building nila na original, yung drain was... Sabi ko, how can you eliminate germs here if you bumabalik yung drainage niya? So I had a new building for them. I have to take care of the armed forces and the police because they are the ones ready to go and die anytime, even without a reason or for a stupid reason. Tignan mo yung mama sa pano. Ako isa lang ang ano ko doon. Because as mayor, alam ko ang deployment ng Kasap in Awang, Cotabato, Davao, pati Jansan. There was fighting the whole day. Yan lang ang tanong ko. Wala na ako, I'm not si Chris nag-text. So wag mo namang ipakulong si Nonoy. Sabi ko, no Chris, I am not out to find faults. I just want to know the truth. It could be nice to hear, it could not be pleasing. Na almost one day of fighting, bakit ni isang chopper na may rocket pumunta doon just to, or the M6s on both sides, magamit mo yan for sweeping. Yun lang. Yan lang ang tanong ko. O hindi ako nagtatanong kung sinong mali, sinong nakatanggap ng... And I am not going ahead with the creation of the commission because apparently the ombudsman has said that it's still pending before them. So I do not want to have a multiple incongruity, especially if one finding fights with the other. So hintayin ko na lang. But there are so many things that has to be answered. Ako, my one single solitary question is, bakit hindi kayo gumamit ng air assets to save the pinned down soldiers? Yun lang. Wala na akong ibang interest doon. Kasi yung ibang mga taga-Davao saka nakakaawa. Wala akong habol ng tao, ipakulong ko yung mga dating officer. I am not into the habit of sending to prison the guys on the other side of the political fence or whatever. I just want to just give the Filipino the truth. So, nagkaintindihan naman tayo sa taxes, we really need it. Balaga. But you know, I've never seen so much money in my life. Tingnan ko yung isang tao lang dito. This guy is worth siguro billions. Kaya probably sabi nga 2/3 of sabi ni Sani, magbigat dito, huwag mo silang takutin. Hindi ko matanda, wala akong takot. Kasi sabi ko, San, ano bang sabihin ko dito sa kanila? Putang ina, magbayad yan, patayin ko kayo. So do not say that. Bisa kanina. Sabi ko kasi, pagpupog ko, what should I talk about? Collection, tapos no amnesty. Okay. Sabi ko sa kanya, kung sabihin ko na lang, utang ina magbayag ng tax, hindi papatayin ko kayo. So, do not say that. Istorya lang man yan. Istorya lang, huwag kayo maniwala. Walang ano yan, walang katotohanan dyan. Hindi naman kayo kriminal. Durugista kayo. O corrupt kayo ng mga opisyal na, lalo na polis. Tangina yung mag-retraining. Walang retraining, maglilis ng Pasig River yun. Tingnan mo. Pulis-pulis ang ganyan. Pulisness. So yan lang po, that is my report to you. Too early to be talking about achievements. I have none at this time. Well, if you want to know the efforts that we have expended so far, yes. And I've gone anywhere and everywhere to trying to fix the nitty-gritty problems so far. And also, in the coming days, I'd be strict dito sa government corporations. No more exorbitant or excessive allowances. I will not allow it. I will control it. So, ako totoo ha, ang sweldo ko, 130,000 a month. Dalawa ang pamilya ko. Hirap ako. Hindi ako hirap sa unang ako. But, you know, kahit ni Baste, yung si Loverboy, ayaw ko lang siraan, baka magalit. But, ako ang you know, some are making good, some Inday, si Mayor, Pulong is vice. Itong kay Baste, pati yung ibang apo ko, ako ang kaya nga sabi ko na nasasaktan ako nung marinig mo na, alam mo, papa mo, mama mo. Mama lang. Yung anak ko si Baste, yung tatay, putang inang Baste, ka nasaan ka? Hindi ko naman talaga alam kung nasaan eh. I took advantage of the national coverage. Tingnan mo, tanongin ko sa mga security, tawagan mo si Baste. Sir, sumasagot. Wagay, nandoon kay kay love niya si Elaine. Ay, naku, buhay. Buti tayo kay lumaki tayo sa disiplina. Tama yan. And I'd like to congratulate you for the things that are happening now. It's evolving and I think that we have a responsible taxpayers base. Kayo yung mga lalaki, do not, no more, no less ako. I will not tax you to death if I think it's unrealistic. Hindi masyado ako sa taxation. Alam mo, totoo lang, baski tignan ninyo sa record. Alam mo, ang taxation, alam mo ang grado ko, ilan? Sa bar, 68. Malapit ako ng disgrasya doon. Pag below 50 ka, wala ka, disqualified. Well, of course, ibang subject. I've always loved criminal law, so I became a prosecutor. Pero yun ang... So, this, Billy said that this is once a year. Basta kung magbayad lang, kaya tignan ko, nag-exceed na kami sa trillion, I can invite you again. Dinner, tapos mag-program tayo. Magkanta-kantahan tayo dito, mag-karaoke. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat po, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte of the Republic of the Philippines. And at this point, may we request our friends from the PSG to help us with our commitment board. Now, this commitment board will be signed by officials from the BIR, from our government, and also from our Department of Finance as a sign of commitment to our tax campaign this year. We will also have our representative of our large taxpayers group to help us with the signing of the commitment board.
Sa ngayon po ay nagpapatuloy ang programa dyan po sa PICC kung saan nga po panauhing pandanghal si Pangulong Duterte at dito po ay tinalakay niya kanina yung kanyang mga programa tungkol sa kampanya laban sa droga at anti-corruption campaign. Sa pinakasimpleng pananalita ng Pangulo, sinabi niya sa mga malalaking taxpayers na hindi niya bubuisan ng sobra-sobra o di kaya naman ay kulang yung mga nagbabayad ng buwis at sa halip, hinikayat niya mga ito na magbayad lamang ng tamang buwis nang sa ganon ay mapatakbo ng pamahalaan ng tama ang mga programa nito. Magbabalik po News TV Quick Response Team.